Welcome to Minds on Real Estate with G-Texpos. More is the best real estate podcast where great minds gather to demystify complex real estate concepts and make them as simple as A, B, C. With more, success is our reality, knowledge is our vitality, and you are our priority. So join us and get ready to become more, do more, and achieve more.
Hey guys, welcome to yet another episode of More Minds on Real Estate, where we discuss everything and anything that has to do with real estate. Today we'll be discussing leveraging social media as a Nigerian realtor. If you've missed our previous video, the link is in the description box, so do well to go back and check. Rewatch those videos, they were fun and educative. You should not miss out on them. And today, my name is Adetola Adebayo, and to my immediate right, to my immediate left, we have the Odogu of real estate.
Yes, so, yeah, this is Mr. Adeleke here. The pleasure to be here.
And of course, to my immediate right, we have the baby of the house, the ever-smiling real estate wealth advisor.
Yeah, thank you. My name is Adebiti Olam.
Yes. And last but not the least, is the Mugu, the real estate Mugu in our midst. The ever-productive, proactive real estate wealth advisor.
Nice to be here. I'm Oyibuli.
Thank you guys. So before we go deep into what we'll be discussing today, please don't forget to like, share, and comment as many times as possible. And of course, press the subscribe button right away. Don't take it away. Press the subscribe button now. So today, guys, like we said, we'll be discussing leveraging social media as a Nigerian realtor. So why do you feel a Nigerian or a realtor should use social media for their advertisement, or how do you think a Nigerian realtor should leverage on social media?
I think social media for business, I think the goal is just basically visibility for people to see what you're doing, and that's just the goal. But how you go about it just really varies and depends really on your creativity. So I think that's just, like you asked, the goal for a Nigerian realtor using social media is basically visibility.
Yes,
Because you can't even say if people you meet online, I want who actually get to buy your products or buy what you sell. You can also get to meet people physically, because I think a lot of these days now you find people even sticking to their phones better than having social meetings, physical interactions, and that. So that's what I think.
And I believe sometimes a lot of people nowadays, they believe when you're visible, like I said, on social media, it makes you more trustworthy, right? Because you're putting your face out there. A lot of people know you, so they feel more comfortable that way. Do you understand? So I feel it's very important to be visible on social media. No matter, apart from real estate, no matter what you're doing, it's very important to leverage on social media right now. But a lot of realtors do that mistake, and they just, what they do on social media is maybe to just post the available properties they have and everything. So I want you to give us how they can actually make it count, right? How they can actually, because if I post on social media and maybe I have property to sell and I post it on social media, I'm also being visible. But how does it actually make you more credible and more reliable, and people just trust you and want to buy from you?
Okay, I think there is a way your social media page can be curated to fit your personality without losing authenticity anyways. Because you find out that some people are literally acting on social media, and it's very bad when you are able to detect it. That okay, this guy is just doing content. But when you look at some videos, you have a lot of Nigerian celebrities make advert videos, and you are just really confident that okay, you just really have no questions, like okay, this is personality, this is how she behaves. And I feel like it's also good to know yourself. Am I the quiet type? Am I the lousy type? Am I the guy that's just everywhere? But one thing remains constant anyways, that I've just really seen, which is energy. You need to put in energy. There's a level of energy you need to put in that can also help you amplify your personality. So I think that's just one of the major things.
for me, I think social media is such a big tool now for business. Like as we said, you know, is a medium to reach out to probably larger audiences. Again, so I think the first thing to consider is maybe look at your target audience. You understand? That's the first thing, because, and again, before even looking at that, know your strengths as a person and know where you're more visible. You know, because everybody cannot use all the platforms. There are so many platforms.
Definitely.
So just identify the one that you're very good at and target some specific people, because business is all about strategy. You understand? So get the target on it right, get your platform right, then you're good to go.
Well, for me, actually, even before knowing your target audience, like you said, you need to first know your own strength. And why do I say you need to know your own strength? Is the fact that there are a lot of ways you can put yourself on social media. A lot of people on their page, all you see is just content about maybe just written content. You need to know if you are good with maybe doing physical content, doing lectures and everything, or you're just good with writing. So you need to first know your strengths so that you know that, okay, this is what I'm good at. I'm good at writing. So you know that, oh, what I'm pushing out is more of writing. Of course, you have to put your face out there. That gives you more credibility. But you know that when it comes to adding value to people's life, what you do more is writing. You put that more into writing. So you need to first understand your strengths before you go into it at all. Then after that, you can now know, okay, which medium am I using to promote myself? Am I going to be using Instagram? Am I going to be using LinkedIn? Am I going to be using Facebook? We have a whole lot of social platform, but a lot of mistakes some people do is they believe once they post on WhatsApp, it's enough, right? And WhatsApp to me is limited, because it's limited to your cycle of people and people that have your number. But if you go out there, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, you have
Nigerian Realtor, WhatsApp is only for you.
But you know that there are a lot of them like that.
That will depend on your connection.
Connection.
So if you have a very rich connection, then maybe WhatsApp can be a very good platform.
Yeah, exactly. But that was
more audience.
Time.
Yeah. If you want to reach more audience, you should explore other channels like Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn.
But
Twitter.
to leverage on social media, of course, like I said, is that one good thing about it is you need to give people value. Whatever you sell, what makes people want to buy from you and trust you better is they know that, oh, even if I don't know anything about real estate, because of the content you've been creating, like Les Brown will say that, because the way he gives people content, right, the value that he gives out, he won't give you the whole picture, but because of the little one he has put out there, they would want to come for the remaining information, right? So it's always better, and it's called edu selling, right? You have to educate people while you're selling. You need, a lot of people want to go into real estate, they don't know how to even get started. Give them content about how they can get started as a newbie in real estate. Of course, they want, when they are ready to now make that decision, they will come to you that gave them the advice and the knowledge about it. So for me, leveraging, a good way to leverage on social media is edu selling. Give people content, go educate, you get educational content. If it's writing, like I said, you can write, because I think there was a page you showed me one time like that. The guy only writes what's it called? Something on a Canva post and a post. I don't think I've even seen the guy's picture. What he does is it Canva and just write and post on social media. But for me, it was educative enough, and then people might, to some extent, they will trust him and buy from me
because you even know what you're selling.
Yeah, I think one advantage of edu selling is the fact that people will get to learn from you and to answer the questions, maybe why. When, for example, you're teaching someone about land banking and you make a content on land banking, this is what land banking is, this is the period of time you have to do it for. And meanwhile, you're still a realtor, of course. So someone who has the money, who probably doesn't know anything about real estate, looks at the content and is like, oh, this is nice, this is an idea, okay. How do I go into this? That's the next question. So where else would you go to rather than the person who actually educated you with that video, from that video you get? So like just it's a fantastic way of just putting yourself out there.
So to be on that point, actually, I just selling exposes people to more opportunities in the real estate business. Most people think real estate is all about buying and selling land.
Yeah.
But you educating them on other areas like maybe your rates,
Exactly.
maybe flipping, all those other parts of real estate can even expose them to more opportunities and they can take advantage of those opportunities.
Yeah, it's very good. Well, another way to leverage social media is hats. Social media hats is a very good way, and a lot of people don't. A lot of people use it, but a lot of people don't even know the advantage of it. Of course, if you do it the wrong way, you won't get your desired results. So for me, before you even do something like that, is either you give it to a professional or you yourself take your time to learn about it.
Do the proper research.
Do the
Make
proper
sure it's worth
learning.
it.
Exactly, because and then it depends on your kind of audience. A lot of people want to do Facebook ad with 5,000 naira. I'm just using Facebook ad, and then you want it to reach Nigerians in diaspora, right? So you need to understand that sometimes you use money to make money, right?
Definitely.
You use money to make money. So sometimes you just, and life is risky. Sometimes you just take calculated risk, and then and like one of my boss would say, he said, making sales is a game of numbers, right? The higher the people you connect with or you reach out to, the higher your chances of making that sales. So if you make calculated sales ads and you know how to meet, okay, this is what I have to sell. These are the kind of people that can buy my product. These are the kind of people I want this ad to meet. So ads is a very good way to actually leverage social media, and a lot of people should put it into consideration.
Yeah, I think ads is actually very, very important for you if you're a realtor, because what you basically do is you make up the content, right? Post it, and for example on Facebook or Instagram you will see boost your post, something like that.
Yeah, on WhatsApp now, sir.
Hey, what?
WhatsApp is doing it now.
It looks weird, but I think over time we get used to it anyways. So for Instagram, just you boost your post, then what you find out is, before you know it, when somebody is checking his story, someone or his followers story or the people is following, next thing you see, okay, they told her the Realtor, this is what she said, and that's why what you put out there is very important, because sometimes, for example, there's time I was looking for a laptop, all of a sudden, I don't know if Facebook was reading my mind. I just opened, no, Instagram rather, and I just opened Instagram trying to just check up and stuff. Next thing I'm seeing laptop pages, I'm like, how do these guys actually know that? You understand what I'm saying? So like, and one thing that got me attracted to one particular page was just the design, the font, and the what's it called? The simplicity. So sometimes I think advertising is very important, but of course your content has to be top notch.
Another good advantage of ads is that it takes you to the right audience.
Yeah, exactly.
Because most times when you do maybe your own adverts, you actually reach maybe your followers and all that, but ads takes you to that right audience you get.
Yeah.
So people that get to see those ads are people that are actually interested in that business.
Exactly.
For example, I run a business page on real estate business page on Instagram. And some of the ads I see are maybe real estate related.
Yes, I noticed too.
That's how it works.
When I
Just
did
takes you to
that,
the right
That's how the
audience.
algorithm works, because that's why I find out that when you look for something on Google, okay, let's say you're looking for a wig. Next thing you open a random website, show you different wigs on Jumia.
I think those things are linked together.
Yeah, they're all linked together, of course. Of course, they're already linked to these social media applications, which is why, it boils down to the value of people you get to meet. For somebody who is definitely interested in real estate, okay, searches on Google, what's the best real estate company in the world, questions like that, and you see some of those questions. So you see, the Google algorithm basically leads you to search people and all that. There's just the way the algorithm works.
But another thing
That takes you to the right people.
Another thing about the ad is, before you even run the ad, that's why a lot of people do another mistake. Because if I meet or if I see an ad on Facebook or whatever, I would want to, maybe I click on the ad, but I would want to visit that person's page. So for me, even before you run that ad, there are a lot of things you have to have been putting on that page, so that when I come, I'm not coming to a beer land, right?
Yeah,
so when I come, I have a lot of content to actually go through before I can say, oh, okay, this person is someone I think I can do business with.
There's a track record of your.
So it's very important. So I feel the putting yourself on social media, giving that value already, that needs to come first before
Getting
you,
the content right.
before you now move into doing the hard. And if you think you don't have or you need, I feel if you need it, for me when I wanted to, I had I wanted to run one time like that, but I feel my page on, I wanted to run it on Facebook, but my page on Facebook was not what I wanted it to be, was not giving at that time. So I had to like call someone that, let me just use his own page. He's also into real estate as the landing page.
Oh,
Do you understand?
that's a level strategy.
As a landing page, so that when they come through the heart, they are coming to your what's it called? To
Yeah,
your
but you
own
know,
page.
there's something about some Nigerians. They're like, okay, what if he decides to close a deal from there? What will now happen? I won't take all the money.
They are
You don't
just
think
selfish.
Exactly.
They're just selfish. Because of course, if I'm to use his page like that, and he's not getting paid in advance for using his page, definitely if I make sales, I should give him commission. Right, but a lot of people just want everything for themselves and all of that, and it doesn't take a lot of people far.
Yeah, it doesn't.
It doesn't. So if you need it as soon as possible, and you know you've not grown your page to that level, you can partner with people in your sector, in your industry, and then you run the hat together, and you both make money from it.
Yeah.
And the caveat is that it should be like there should be an agreement.
Yeah.
Maybe a contract, informal, formal.
Yes.
It's like
Yeah.
the only segment.
In fact, informal contract.
Exactly,
Because
because
informal.
it's important. Very important.
Yeah. So I think it's just very, very, very important because I mean these days you find out, like I said, another thing service, people's attention span is just really reducing. So you want to watch out for contents that are not that does not make people glued to one thing for a very long time. Because find out I'm on Instagram because I want to explore. And so it's okay now. The thing is, before you know it, you just realize that one person might have checked 30 out of your posts, 30 posts out of 50 that you do, which is of course that's a large, that's a very good percentage, and your quality of content cannot be overemphasized.
But you know the good thing about this thing is, a lot of people have even been creating content. So you can just pick 2 or 5 people and just get content from different and create your own.
Exactly.
It does not necessarily have to be that you are bringing everything from your
In
own.
fact, I even feel like that is what
Do you understand?
nothing is new. So those things will even inspire you to generate something that will come out from your true self. Because when you're starting off, I think it's actually very good for you to look at those who have made it, look at those who have a track record. Study each one of them. Okay. Maybe even duplicate something they have done on your own just to before you know it, the personality in you begins to just show in what you produce. So I think that's just really very important. Because a lot of people just find out that when I want to start out, I have to start sitting down thinking, all life posts, how will I say it? I will rehearse like 50 times before I make one post. Things like that. But of course, that's just the beginning. But over time, you get better. Not just better, you get faster. And the quality of things you just put out there will be better over time.
So for a Nigerian realtor or for anybody doing business, you need to be on people's face. Like, do too much. Let them say this person's like too much. Do too much. Like, and there's another thing on WhatsApp, which is broadcast. You can have people to your broadcast. Send them content like every now and then. For me, in a week, I send at least 3 times in a week. I send out content to my clients. So sometimes even the clients are not like ready to buy. You can't see them looking into buying such thing by the way, but because of the content they have been sending today, some of just catch their attention, right? And a lot of times people think they don't look at it, they look at it. But the thing is, when you are sending this podcast, you don't want to bombard them with a lot of information to take it. So you have to cut your content short and precise. Whatever you put in, if it's educative content and if it's advertising that you're doing, you have to cut it short so that it's easily accessible to them, and then it's not something they have to download for minutes before it comes up on the content. It's very important to use podcasts.
I think for me, I feel like you need to mention the fact that posting content online can be very hard to and consistency is whatever you do. Very consistent. You can't just decide to show up today and the next maybe a week or so, and you are not sending any content to your broadcast list or maybe on your social media platform. So I feel like that's where having a content strategy comes in. You know how you want to schedule your post, maybe on one page you want to post about the properties you have for sale, on Wednesday maybe you are posting like an educational content and all of that. And also if you have the money, you can definitely hire a social media manager. Yeah, that's what I feel.
And I think that's really important. That's really important. So I think content timetable is very important. So as to just place a structure to how you go about your daily content ideas and production. And I think one other thing for creators that I think I have noticed is sometimes when you sit down and think you want to generate ideas, that's when it comes.
Yes.
So you might just be in the kitchen and random something also. So the culture of learning to just document them, maybe just video yourself with the ideas.
A lot of times I even do random videos. Most times I just want to take pictures and then just end up doing the video. And like she said, having what you want to send to them that they what you want to push out is very important. Very important. And knowing the medium or social media you want to use. Because a lot of times for me personally, I'm guilty of it. Sometimes I just post on my WhatsApp, Instagram, then I forget about, or sometimes Facebook, then I forget about. It's even easier for me for my Facebook because what I post on Instagram is going into Facebook. But then I forget about LinkedIn, TikTok, and Twitter. Most of them don't even post on Twitter. So sometimes you need to understand that, oh, these are my platform, this is the platform.
Yeah, I think for you that's fine because Twitter, you have basically just people come up with words, just journals and stay. So I think Instagram is the one.
Yeah, but for LinkedIn, something
People in your industry.
Yeah, that's very, very important. Yes, very, very important. You have a lot of tech pros, you have a lot of people in different industries just meeting each other. But when it comes to showcasing what you do, you have to go to a studio application that actually has to do with visuals and stuff. So that's
Okay, so for consistency, I think you should just focus on maybe specific channels. Don't try to do too much.
exactly.
Don't be exactly.
You can start with
Like you can start with 1, 2, 3, as much as you can carry. But don't try to do everything. Just master about 3 and make sure they're
It's not like saying that you need to understand, okay, these are the channels I'm using, and then you have to consistent
on those platforms.
And for me, I think before posting your content, I feel like you have to use your own words. Like it's every time you have to like post additional content. So you can just like ask them about
Yes.
So it's very, very important. Just like we are doing right now, like getting feedback from you, like we said, we always want to get feedback from you. If you think there are any other things that you can add to this, or any other way you think a real estate wealth advisor, a realtor, an agent can leverage social media for their own advantage, please drop in the comment section. We'd like to hear from you. We'd like to get feedback from you. And we hope that today's discussion was enlightening and was educative and was fun for you because we definitely had fun. Thank you very much. Please don't forget to like, share, comment as many times, and also please subscribe on this channel. We love you.
Please
So we'll
subscribe.
see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.